Hello and welcome to my very short, quick introduction to the GDPR module that we at Freely Give have worked on alongside Brainstorm. My name's Jamie. On Drupal.org, I'm Yao and we've built a few blog posts and I've made a longer module talking a little bit about it, but this one is just going to be quick, an overview for people who already know about GDPR and the module that we built for both Drupal 8 and Drupal 7 that is currently in alpha. So the first thing we've done is we've built this GDPR fields list, which shows every single field that is linked to the user in some way, and allows you to then set the GDPR settings for that field. Most of them will probably be not configured that you don't have to worry about, but some of them, including some properties like IP address, you'll need to do. And here we've built some tools for helping you with auditors. So here's a notes section that can give you the rationale, and so you can remember why you decided that. If I were to edit one of these, with right to access, we've got included, maybe, and not included. We believe maybes are very important. They're important because we think there's going to be lots of fields, like especially notes fields, that might include information, and a member of staff should probably go and check before they actually process all of those things. For right to be forgotten, we also think anonymize will be important for some people. A lot of people will build reports that do counts of certain entities, and if you delete all of them, it will ruin the counts. Sometimes you have to keep some information for the purpose of auditors. Let's say you're a web shop, and you need to keep who bought what, but you don't need to know actually their private information. In that situation, you'll anonymize them. And we built a huge bunch of sanitizers that work for specific different kinds of fields. So email is at example.com, usernames will have a non in front of it. Now, when a user wants to actually do one of those subject touch requests, we've got this in their user dashboard. They might go to a summary. This is an example where it just shows you all the information, you don't have to do anything. I think for most people, they won't want you to do this. They'll want something where staff have to actually check things first. So they've got these two buttons. This fires up some tasks, which a member of staff on the site can then go through. Here's an example of the removal requests. Here you saw those remove, anonymize, remove, maybes, and they can manually change those things, click a button, does everything it's supposed to, and sorts out the Drupal user by blocking it. This is a subject access request, maybe it's less likely, and then also the CSV file, you can download it, shows you who requested it, what the user's about, and then there's some tools to make it so you can override aspects of the CSV file. We're going to improve this as we go along. Second major area is consent. Very similar to the legal module that already exists, except there's multiple different things that you can consent to throughout the site. If I were to edit one, so this administrative title, whether or not it's explicit, a little checkbox that they have to click, implicit, automatically assumed whenever anyone saves a form. Description, this is what actually appears on the form that they can see, that will be next to the checkbox. There'll be a little question mark, they click it, they can see the long description. Again, for your auditors to give you rationale. And finally, revisions. All of these things are revisionable, and when somebody consents to something, they consent to that specific revision, so you know the exact wording that they read when they said yes to it. Now, the way that we actually go about doing this is it's actually on we've made a new GDPR consent field. You can put it as any form that you like. We use something called FlexiForm. Here is just the core manage fields. So I can click edit this field or create a new one, and I can see all the agreements and select the specific agreement. And then this is data that's actually stored on the field. Finally, we do native Drupal CRM. I'm going to do some videos all about this later, but as an example of how this could look from a staff point of view, here's a GDPR tab, and this is where staff could put in notes. Maybe they got it through the phone, maybe that they know there's another reason why they need to do a data request, and all the requests linked to it. We've got a few features on its way. Handling of audit logs, handling of backups and restore, and making it so that with views data export, you keep track of which users are in which export. So we are Freely Give. Thank you for your time. And if you want to know anything more about us and you want to contact us, got any questions, there's the issue queue on the GDPR issue queues. There's me on Drupal.org. I'm sure Brainstorm will take some of your questions. Thank you.